Was it because he was from where you was from? Like
That part too.
Like it made it mad relatable because
Yeah.
what exactly you understood exactly
what he was saying.
He was talking about.
Yeah, exactly what he was saying.
That's really true. That is really. I mean, when you say it hit home, it really hits home. I mean, not sure if you guys recall or not, but we saw this man like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Right.
We all saw this man like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there on my moves and shakers hustle, trying to say, hey, Poker man, let me get you up here to the show. You know, I mean,
I gave you love too.
Yeah.
The response was like,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Giant,
Bro. And I mean, I've interviewed him twice already, and you know, I was really hoping to be able to get him. I mean, we did like, you know, on-site interviews twice, and I was really hoping to get him here on the radio for an interview with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
did we get him
Because
at
of
the DJs? Did we get him at the Go DJs?
I don't think we got him at the Go DJ Awards either, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a lot of people. Dogster, yeah, bro. But it really, like, just thinking about it, it was like kind of emotional, man. You know what I mean?
How can he tell?
I know, right? I say it was kind of emotional, man. I'm like, dude, I just saw this guy. I literally just saw this guy. This dude, like, he saw me, hugged me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, dude, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and I know, you know, like what our interpretation of everything and our feeling behind everything doesn't match with what the family and what his closest and dearest, you know what I'm saying, match up with. But
so let me ask y'all.
Yes.
By the way, I'm Jay. Kids know me as Book of the Day Jay, but I'm from
Got you,
Baltimore. So I wanted to know like more about him because we didn't really get a lot of the like real Houston legends. We got the commercial ones, the Slim Thugs, you know, the Paul Walls, Mike Jones.
And he's the
right Scarface,
the Slim Thugs, the Power Walls. He's the one that inspired all them.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the one that inspired them in the whole Swisher House movement. He was part of what we call SUC, what I mentioned earlier, Screwed Up Click. And it was started out really as a bunch of guys going to Schoolhouse and just freestyling over tapes. They was just doing it sumo. Yeah, shout out sumo. And they was just doing it for fun, you know, homeboys, just jumping on beats and just rapping for fun. And they somehow Screw helped them turn that into some careers. You know what I'm saying? But that's how he pretty much got his start. Somebody at my house.
What I can say is I never been privy to hear his music coming from where I was coming from. But what I can say is I respect Tay's music acumen, right? Tay stretched wide and far when it comes to his taste in music, like myself. And since day one,
definitely,
Tay been bigging up Big Pokey since pretty much since I knew him, since we've been really talking music together. And like I said, I respect your acumen. So
yeah, he was
like
one
I said,
of the dudes.
I never listened, so I will now. And it's bad that I say that. You know what I'm saying? That it take somebody to leave the planet for you to actually listen to his music. If we would have had him as a guest, I would have definitely deep dive into what he was about. But on another facet, man, you know, I learned about his passing on socials, man, and I think that's the nasty. I didn't know. I just watched.
I made in personal intention of mine not to look at it.
Oh, I didn't know.
You're not the only one.
I didn't know. So when I'm scrolling,
you know, the worst.
When I'm scrolling and I see it say that he collapsed.
Yeah,
I didn't even know. I still didn't know that.
Yeah,
That he had passed. I didn't know. So as I'm scrolling down further, I see RIP, RIP. And I'm looking like to my down. It raises my antennas like, bro, we got family.
Yeah.
You got children. You got wife.
Yeah.
Sisters, bro. Why would you put some sensitive shit like that on fucking social media? So somebody gotta fucking keep reliving that event.
Clicks and views.
You know,
Yeah.
I
Get
can't.
that,
I
bro.
really feel like it's kind of fucked up. But let me say this, and then I get back to my point. Tay, is there any way you can turn that on so it can like play in the background while we talk? I know we just can't play it straight while we live, but if you can play it in the background so that the music is playing, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
only the listeners on the tuning app is gonna be able to hear both.
Yeah.
okay. Oh,
And
If I turn it too loud, it's gonna create that echo.
it's gonna create an echo.
Yeah.
All right, well, we don't want to echo, so don't turn it up too loud. Then it'll work though. I mean, yeah, I like what Dawson say. As a matter of fact, what I was gonna say right now is a comment from Dawson. Actually, Dawson said right now. He said, "Folks want to be first to be seen, and folks want the likes." At the same time, man, bro, you look at that shit. When you look at those things, man,
It's a condition thing.
Yeah.
You know, when you scroll through stuff,
that too.
you'll see something on there. For some reason,
up way of thinking.
People watching
it's
it,
just
watching
like a condition
the
thing.
most fucked up shit and like
Like, look
fucked up
at
shit.
a video,
Yeah.
like, damn, that's fucked up.
And
Well,
oh, go ahead.
Nah, it's like see, I remember I've always read a big Pokey, especially staying right down line 10 in the Orleans, yeah. So, you know, a few weeks ago when we went to the little Kiki listening party, and I was, JY was guiding me through the crowd, and we ran into him and talking to him. I was like, damn, like, yeah, exactly. I'm like, damn, like that's him, JY was like, hey, man, Big Pokey, that's a legend. I'm like, yeah, definitely, So, still hugging them and in the party also. But, just like y'all saying with the social media thing, like that night I went home and told my wife about who was there at the party and everything. And mentioned his name. So I guess in the back of her mind, like she remember, certain names or whatever. So the day that it happened, I didn't even know. I didn't know that about it. I was sitting on the sofa, She come out the bedroom like, that guy, big Pookie, something happened to him. I'm like, so she give me the phone, right? And as I'm watching it, I'm like, it was too late. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at him like
I didn't know either.
yeah,
I didn't know nothing when I watched the
and her just hearing the name, not really knowing much about him or whatever. Like y'all say, they watch it over and over, like damn, like just imagine each person looking at that 2 or 3 times.
I think it's a difference. Like what y'all saying, you was just scrolling on there and you saw a video.
Right.
Like your wife brought you a phone to you and said, look at this.
Right.
And you looked at it. But to hear about it, and like, what? Go on your
Then
phone.
you go on your phone and start searching for this shit.
Cause I couldn't believe it. I'm like, no.
Your boy KO was on the doggone live with Dust the other day, and they asked the question. He's like, man, where are the fucking morals of people now, man? Like that shit has to be like the most sickest shit for a person to do, to go watch. You know what I'm saying? And then like I said too, like y'all said, you weren't trying to watch it and everything like that. And then when G Money said, he said, yeah, man, he's like, yeah, my wife brought it to me. And I saw the video and I heard that man take his last breath when that mic was right next to him.
Yep.
And I'm like, dude, I'm happy I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I didn't watch it, bro. Come on.
You don't even watch it.
Come on, man.
I couldn't bring myself to watch it.
So let me ask y'all this.
1 second, Jay. Give me 1 second. Then you can ask. Okay. I want to say prayers up to his family.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Prayers to his friends. Anybody that know, anybody got to hug him, anybody that got to talk to him. I want to send our condolences from the movers and shakers. Definitely have a legend that's no longer with us.
Yeah.
But his art, what he's done for the culture, it's priceless, it's timeless, it's never going away. So he's always going to be here with us. We want to thank y'all for his work. His mother, his father, they still blessed to be here. We want to thank y'all for having him and blessing us with him. And I just want to send a heartfelt condolences and prayers to his family.
Well said.
Yeah, that's real. I mean, oh yeah, go ahead, Jim.
No, so we all talking about like basically desensitization, right? Just
Right,
the
right.
ability to be on social media, see somebody get shot, see somebody collapse on stage and die.
Double tap.
Do you guys think that we're being prepared for another, like what's next via technology? Do you think that's the reason why the desensitization is going on within ourselves? Because I mean, if you would have gave us iPhone in the 90s and you saw a murder, I don't think that would be something that you can just walk away from that day.
I mean, if it was just a regular thing, we had the iPhones on a regular basis, I think it would be the same thing.
Well,
Yeah.
no, we had it. Faces of Death.
Yeah.
We got to see all this.
Let me go further back. The Romans and the Colosseums, you had thousands of people lining up to see a dude get torn to shred by lions.
That's what
But wait, and then move forward, and not to bring it up, but you had public lynchings where everybody was there. This is just now you have more access to stuff.
Yeah, I was just
Right. There was no cameras.
access.
Yeah.
Literally at any time of the day, wherever you are, can pick up your phone.
You 100% right. Because Faces of Death was like
No,
DVD.
you had to go-
You had to
No,
go
VHS.
It's different though. It's different.
Bros,
You just be on social media and
It's different though. You know?
bros. All right. Also, all right. Those examples y'all were giving, including the Faces of Death, yeah, it had a bunch of people on that shit dying and shit. But you got to remember that was all controlled and done by white people, even the Coliseums all the way through. But fuck that. Right now, what got into our culture with that desensitization, it is, to me, I'm gonna say, I'm not even gonna bring it to the music, because even before the music, they use video games and shit, shooting and killing people in video games. I mean, god damn it, one of the greatest of all time, GoldenEye 007
Yeah.
game, greatest of all time video games. You were literally walking by watching the blood splatter off them motherfuckers while you shooting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so like for real, man, like just the one game started like, now everybody's so I mean, I really think that's the reason why a bunch of those kids nowadays think that it's so goddamn cool just to run out shooting people like that, because they try to mimic the damn video games. In my personal opinion, I could be like 100% wrong.
I think it's
No, I mean it does. No, it is playing. I mean, but like when you start stacking, like literally, this is one of those things that you just stack on top of. You stack the game. I mean, you take the game as a baseline. From the game, then you put movies. I'm sorry, you're gonna go with the movies first. You get the movies, and then from the movies, you're gonna go to the games, and then from the games, you got the music, and then more music. We're more influenced by music than anything else. We're the most rhythmic people out there. You stack it. You just kept doing it and making it worse. Think about it.
It's kind of like, think about this. You hear a new song for the first time back in the radio days. You wouldn't like that shit. But they play that shit so many times.
It's mind control.
It's mind
control.
Singing the words.
That's why they call it video programming.
It's mind control. That is all that it is mind control. I mean, but at the same time, man, on Big Pokey, and then this is just be my last thought, man. It again, a legend, bro, like a real true legend. I mean, not just here in Houston, but definitely in Houston. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that, hey, you're in Houston, if you don't know the name, you heard the name.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I mean, shit. So, I mean, again, RIP, Big Pokey, we're gonna give a true movers and shakers salute by tomorrow night. We're gonna post it on the page and everything, man, because man, that's a hard hit right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a hard hit right there. Like, I mean, and even with all the people that we affiliate with, as far as artists and everything, from Dogster to Bugatti Bobby. I mean, and I'm talking like people that this man has literally walked out and said, "Yeah, I fuck with that guy." You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, all these people this guy's touched. Can you imagine that, man? A person with a name like that has touched so many other people. You get what I'm saying? And we bore witness to it, and now he's gone at 45.
It's unfortunate,
45.
It's unfortunate, but reality is we all gonna meet that fate. Right? We all gonna meet that fate one day. So you gotta use these tragedies as lessons, right?
Absolutely.
That
Health is wealth.
not only health is wealth, 100%. But work on yourself, bro, because you never know. Work on yourself. Get closer to the creator. Work on yourself. Whoever you decide to call the creator.
Right.
Get closer to him. Do whatever your book said you need to do. Do what you need to do. Tell your kids you love them just because. Call somebody that you had a problem with and just squash that shit, bro. Oh, yo, this world, everything is moving so fast, moving at light speed. Moving at light speed. I'm 46, my nigga. I'm 46. It's like I blinked.
And the thing about it is, I know I'm not.
I mean, I could have sworn he told
25
somebody.
last week.
I know I'm not.
No wonder you say you just blinked.
I know I'm not wrong. But the older you get, the faster time goes by.
I'm still only about 28.
You see your kids growing up, and honestly, your demise kind of starts to, pop in your mind a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You see your parents, you're blessed to have your parents still here. So you see your parents getting old, their conditions is, are going down gradually. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's the way of life. It's just you gotta appreciate
Hey,
it.
Sap, this for Sap. So if you look into it, man, Big Pokey has a enormous catalog. I'm talking, watch this, thousands of songs with thousands of features. Like especially in Houston, I mean, he's worked with everybody. So you got a lot. And
catch up on.
Look, even though it's a bad thing, the good thing is that man's going to live forever. Yeah. But I like Sensei.
Yeah, that hardest. We got hardest pit on here. We got hardest pit on here. We got and Sensei. He's SUC. No, SUC. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say that the whole clique for SUC wouldn't be considered independent because they all copyrighted their music. They copyrighted under
He
SUC.
sound like Swisher House.
DT.
You say Swisher House is that?
Well, DT, let me ask you a question. You because you're you're musically, and since you're from up north, I'm gonna say like a Diamond D. He's been around that long, worked with everybody, but didn't go all the way. Some of the people he worked with went further, but he's a staple. He's the OG, so he would, or like a Lord Finesse or something like that. Well, you know those guys? So it would be. It's very similar. Up no, exactly.
So I mean, like Sap said, I want to send our condolences to the family, the freeze, and those who love them. But we want to get to our guest today, man.
There you go.
Lighten the mood a little bit more.
We just had to give him his props.
Yeah, we had
because of what he meant to the community. And this is
Sure.
we are part of the community, like it or not. This is what we do.
Yeah.
So when something happens, that it's a respect thing. It's respect. That's it. But
I'm happy to be a part of the show when y'all pay homage to me.
We got our guest on the show, Jay. Jay?
It's funny you say that because my Instagram is just Jay. People
Oh, okay.
Just Jay but yeah, Jay.
I be doing it even when I don't know it. It's still in there. Still got a little bit in the tank.
yeah,
man, I'm Jay, just Jay. Kids know me as Book of the Day Jay. Do a lot of things, man, from speech therapy with my wife and child literacy to Used to be a rapper, spoken word poet. I had many lives as Jay, Jawan, Mo, all kind of names. But right now I'm just Jay.
All right, Jay, slow this motherfucker down. You get to that shit in a minute.
When you was rapping, did you do a lot of freestyling and stuff?
Uh-oh.
I did some. Mind y'all, he not pressing nothing right
Dot.
Period. Exclamation point. Exclamation point.
a little bit. I mean, you gotta do some type of freestyling. Like coming from the era, at least know how to do it. Even if you got some writtens in your back pocket.
Yeah.
It's not what
It's
I'm
all
pushing right
freestyle.
now, but
A lot of them dudes do it.
yeah, they call it freestyle.
But we like to start at the origin or the beginning, as some would say.
No, but go ahead. I've never said the beginning. That's new to me. Just heard it today.
No. We don't want
Yeah. That was new.
Yeah.
I think that's all yours. No, it's not a southern thing.
No, that's a Southern thing.
Not a southern thing. No.
Maybe it's just a detail.
Yeah.
You were drinking before you got here.
Where you from, my brother?
I'm from Northeast Baltimore, Maryland, man.
Uh-oh.
Bang bang.
Bodymore. the
So look,
the wire. String a bell.
All right, Stringer.
no, it's funny you say that because Northeast Baltimore is a unique pocket in Baltimore, whereas though we were the kids who were close to the county but can always commute to the city to do what we wanted to do. We'll come back to our nice single parent homes or single family homes and balance it out. I ain't do
Single parent home?
Yeah.
single family. I mean, like, row houses instead of being in the projects.
No, he said single parent.
Oh no, he was like Clarence, and Clarence had good parents, and they lived in the suburbs. Nah, I'm checking.
No, that's going too far. Because I did grow up in a single family home.
Wait a minute.
Were you about to quote the whole rap from 8 Mile?
Nah.
Jay, what you gonna
Quote 8
You're
Mile
the
rap
most
was real.
unorganized shit ever. And when somebody fucks up,
No, Jay's been trying to talk for 30 minutes, and you're like, hold up. When he put hand, hold up. Shut up.
Start here.
Okay.
You're gonna be going. Then we're gonna end over here. We're gonna bring it back here. Then we're gonna go over here.
well, especially when the guy that let him start to talk,
Yeah.
or give you an invention you never saw.
Just take a deep breath.
So you say you're from Phoenix?
No.
What?
Scottsdale, Arizona. Oh man, Northeast Baltimore, man. I grew up with just me, my mom, and my sister for a long time.
Older sister.
Older sister, 8 years older.
She put them hands on you. Huh?
She used to slap me in the back of my head. So big, bro.
That's how y'all.
She used to slap the S out of me, man.
PTSD on that shit.
I know, man. I'm sorry. I love my
Me
sister.
too, though. Me too. I love my sister. but she
Shout
gets-
out to ASAP sis, man. We love her.
Should have hit him hard.
she's
She's older.
8 years older, man. The first memory she had with me is going to school with one shoe. She let me know every time she gets a chance. Like, man, the day she born, no, man. No, my mother sent her to school. My mother was pregnant having me and sent her to school with one shoe on, and that was her first memory.
Oh, okay. No, sis.
Jay was in there kicking it.
She was like, go to school. She was like,
Beat the shit out of you, but beat the shoe off of you?
yep. So that's where it started from, man. At that point, there's a spot called Cherry Hill. That's where I was born. That's basically like whatever y'all consider the hood. I don't know what ward y'all consider the hood.
You know what? I went to
I'm Baltimore.
Wait, not Cherry Hill and Camden, right? No.
It's South Baltimore, but
Okay.
we went to, so we have I have another group of friends. These brothers I grew up with.
All your friends and us.
I'm about to say, yeah.
A little before I met you. guys.
Everybody in the feelings.
What you mean?
So every year we would take a road trip to a Texans game, right?
Okay.
And we went to a Baltimore Texans game. It's in B-More Stadium, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Downtown.
Downtown Harbor.
Yeah. right next to the stadium.
Oh, they get busy, boy.
Okay,
It gets busy.
so
That's big
we
time.
was there, we driving, it was starting to get dark, and we was going on our way back to the hotel, right?
Mm-hmm.
But one of my boys say, "Hey man, stop at the store. I want to pick up something." Cool. Hit this little store. As soon as we got to the store, it got dark. Like the sun just left.
Yeah.
We got to that store. We looked at that store. About 15 niggas out there.
Yeah.
We look.
I mean, like it'd be
We
smart.
pulled up in this van.
That
We was in the van. We
shit
pulled
that
up.
fucking important.
We saw them niggas out there. Let's get up out here.
Yeah.
We turned around, booked it.
It's a good choice.
Yeah.
Common sense.
Like I'm not that thirsty.
You probably wouldn't be here to be on a radio show with us right now. You've been one of them road houses somewhere.
Yeah.
Some fucking
My
semen
Tito,
on your
not
ass.
that important.
Yeah. Depending on what that was, my brother probably could have been out there because he from Pigtown, which is by the stadium. So
Yeah, them boys get busy.
Shout out to your brother.
rest in peace. man.
Rest in peace, bro.
So no, it's
Yeah.
I mean to bring us back to peas. You start talking about Pigtown. Shout out to Pigtown.
Like we did.
Yeah.
So coming up in Baltimore, man, what would you describe it as?
Baltimore is a unique city because it's a place where somebody who has a good house can go to a place where somebody who's struggling and have the same type of fun. You know what I'm saying? And it's a very unique place also because you don't hear a lot of people making it out, so we don't have a lot of examples of like what success is. So that's why you get The Wire. You know, you get people who depict us in that way because we didn't have that. I mean, Carmelo at a certain point, Monique, you know, but Carmelo from New York technically, and Monique, nobody really know, you know, her family like that or what they do.
Is that hilarious?
We have people now. Shout out to Jess. We grew up together. Cool Land, Jess hilarious. There's a lot of people coming up now that the kids can look at. Drew Hill. He's been going on trying to be like Cisco. I don't think nobody across America could. I mean, maybe sing like Cisco.
Still got some hits though, man.
No, he can sing. I mean, Leo did a good job being like Cisco.
You had the ladies.
We couldn't walk on people's heads.
I mean, y'all had Fox stomp through there for a little while. I mean, he ain't from this.
How you like the sound though? How you like
man, we love it out here, man. Anybody who come from Baltimore out here love it because Baltimore is standoffish. Like out here, you can be just in the line and have a full conversation with somebody. You're not doing that back home.
Nope.
That don't really happen like
New York
that.
either.
Nah, it's Northeast, bro. You're like, good morning. What you mean? I know you.
With them people on niggas is savage.
It's different now. Jersey is different from New York, different from Baltimore.
Yeah,
we even different from DC.
In Jersey. I know in New York, them niggas don't speak to me. That's how they are. Do not speak to me.
They on the move.
I know some people from Baltimore.
Yeah.
And
they hanging out.
I've been to Baltimore twice.
Hey, how y'all doing?
But they really compare it to like where I'm from, like a northern New Orleans.
Yeah, we feel that way too. Like I hear New Orleans person.
Yeah,
I feel closer to a New Orleans person than a Baltimore person sometimes, just because y'all like our good cousins. Like we go over your house, auntie always.
Wait, no, all right. So I've never been to Baltimore, but all of the good stories that I've heard about Baltimore have been, you know, comparing them to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Y'all even have like the
restaurants
and the parties.
Yep, that's right. You're right.
Off the water, something like that.
The crab fest and all that.
I've seen the videos of all of those parties and like festivals or whatever that they do up there, and I'm like, yeah, it look exactly the same.
Yep.
Well, the harbor is beautiful now.
Yeah.
About 20 years ago, 30, 25.
So I remember about Baltimore.
15 years ago, harbor, when it got dark,
DLC,
busy, man. Baltimore dudes I ventured through Baltimore, so I got a lot of family through there, man.
Oh, really?
Still do. Got a lot of family there, so I Them dudes getting busy.
It's not that far from New York.
Nah,
though.
I'm like 20
No, yeah.
dudes get busy, man, and you just gotta respect it.
It's definitely a stereotype though, because I ain't grow up in the hood.
Right.
I had a good upbringing despite not having a father. You know what I'm saying?
You don't tell.
So it's definitely a stereotype and a stigma that we get for like just being hood dudes everywhere.
Right.
Trust me, there's a lot of knuckleheads. It's more than most. It's mostly knuckleheads.
You get the camera reaction like, oh, B-Mo, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Awesome, huh?
So growing up in B-Mall, right? Right. What was your aspiration? Like, what did you want to be as a little kid? What did you say as little Jay coming up? What did you say you wanted to be?
There's two things I wanted to be. Initially, I wanted to be a zoologist. I used to always watch Discovery Channel when I was a kid. And so I wanted to be one of the people holding the camera. But I never saw an example of that. What I saw an example of is like entertainment, which is being on the TV. You know what I'm saying? Like being an actor, being a rapper, you know, and that was the culture I was around. It wasn't, I mean, I didn't know I can go to the zoo, the Baltimore Zoo, and get an interview.
Right.
Yeah. Zoo.
Zoo too.
Duh, they say dub.
What you do at the zoo?
Tomato smile.
What y'all used to do at the zoo?
Watch two animals. Yeah, but that's what I wanted to be, like some type of entertainer. Like I was always funny. I was always kind of like the class clown. And then when I got older, and you looking at like, am I going to go to college or am I going? I was like, well, let me try to start rapping, and that's how I got into rap. And I ended up going to college, and then I can go from there and there. But I really didn't know what I wanted to be outside of that. You know, it's like you have dreams, but you don't know how obtainable they are.
Right.
And when you don't have examples and people
you didn't
to push you in those directions, it's like, what do you do? So I honestly was winging it my whole life, and that's how I got to the children's book eventually.
So each one second, I want to stay on that. You said you grew up with your sister, your mom. Did you ever meet your pops? Do you know your pops?
I knew my pops up until like 5 years old, and then he just decided not to be a part of my life. And then I reconnected with him at like 18, like a week before I went to college. But for just that like meeting, we took a picture, and that was the last time I saw him up until like, a couple of years ago. He's just one of those dudes who just choose not to be in his child life. And you know, my therapist said a lot of people, and this might help somebody who has a father or mom who just decided not to be there. A lot of times we think about like what life would have been if they would have been there to raise us, right? But we never consider that we would have the exact same person who decided not to be there, except for they would be there. And what type of person would that have been as an example to you? Right. If they can so willingly leave your life, if they were to stay, what type of person would that have been anyway? Right. And so that helped me accept the fact that he wasn't there, you know. But that was years, man. Yeah.
I went on your page and I saw like a little skit where you kind of venture to, I guess, that situation.
Real, yeah.
When you said, I guess it was like, when your dad goes to the grocery store and he's still there.
25 years later, right? You want to know what's so funny? I posted like hundreds of reels. That was the first one that went like 13, 14K of views. And I don't know, he listened to views. He saw him say views. He's like,
I know that was saying a lot of
it's the even. Yeah, so that was the first one that kind of went like viral, and I'm like, dang, it's sad, but it's very
because it's relatable.
It's relatable. And like we make a joke of it, but the song is like, your love is toxic. It was that whole meme situation, and that's where it stemmed from, like really having that happen to me, you know.
So now I get it though, because I used to wonder why when my pops would say, hey, I'm about to go to the store, my mom would always say, hey, take your son with you.
I never thought of that. Yeah.
Which I have told my mom for that.
Yeah.
Take little bald head ass.
Yeah.
Ball-legged bald head ass.
Trying to play the game, right?
Who's the daddy?
You trying to run off? Where you at?
How old were you?
12.
You were 12.
It's so grown ass.
All right.
Hey, Dad.
And dad was trying to slide at you.
Hey, that's what I was trying. That's really what it was.
Trying to
He was jamming them up.
That's probably what it was, right?
Hey mom, we went to Aunt Darlene house. Bitch ass. Sure.
I'm sorry.
My oldest got stories. My oldest son, he got stories of me taking him to the grocery store with this. Ain't no way I can incriminate myself at this point in time. Yeah, like that phone call on Father's Day was him telling me that he remembers going to the grocery store with me and talking to girls. I was like, you remember that? I say, I barely remember that.
No, he remember. He remember going to Aunt Jatana house. Yeah.
So let me ask you, how does that, or even if y'all have ever had this conversation, how has that impacted him as a man?
How has it impacted him? Nah, well, shit. Like, no, I mean, for real, just hearing him talk about it the other Sunday. I mean, it's not. I don't think it impacted him in any kind of way, other than it being an entertaining moment in his life that he can go and tell, his girlfriend right now. You know what I'm saying? And because at the time, shoot, he was young. He probably like 3-4 years old. You know what I'm saying? At the time, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I barely remember doing it, and the fact that he remembered it was like crazy to me. And I was like, oh man, yeah, I did do some crazy shit like that.
How old is he now?
Like 25. Sure. Yeah, we good.
All right, come on, get into it.
Hey man, I showed him the right. I showed him the right way to go. I showed him the right way to go.
You can't help that sometimes.
I showed him the right way to do things.
They attract that attention.
All right, Jay. So okay, we had aspirations of being a zoologist.
Mm-hmm. That was early. That's
zoologist.
Yeah, 3 O's.
Okay. Okay. So when that died, now we're in high school.
No, I mean that was just like you asked me to.
As a kid.
As a kid, before I even knew how much they got paid.
Oh, did you have
I used to calculate? Yeah, I used to know a lot about animals, like just random stuff.
Yeah, like different.
I don't remember. I just used to know like facts, like how somebody would know like sports facts and like rap facts.
Yeah.
I just knew a lot of shit about animals, how they made, when they made, like.
I was freaky ass.
Set me up, man. Y'all see how they set me up.
Wait. So one question. Here's the question, Jay. Gabbling, not babbling, but gabbling. Do they do it standing up or laying down?
Do they do?
You fucked up now.
You might have left field.
That was the question. That was the question.
Area because right. Guys, they motherfuckers up and they like.
I can't walk
JY zone.
Since coyotes walk on their tiptoes, do they mate on their tiptoes too?
I don't know. Did y'all know that dogs are descendants of like wolves? Like dogs are basically the.
I can believe it.
The try to
Man, let him.
I heard. Hey, Jay.
It's true. But why do they call it doggy style?
Maybe that's how they do it.
Yeah, not Wolfie style. Yeah, okay.
As opposed to what?
Wolfie style.
I mean,
we never domesticated wolves. I know how they do it.
Dog wolf. That's not kind of hard to recognize. They come from. Now, the fuck do we care about that, Jay? We get back to the fucking part.
See, this
Okay, so
is how he do me at the cookout.
so here's my next question. So I also heard that turtles have a penis as long as they body. So does that mean
This
that
guy.
does that mean
He know more than me.
so does that mean that so is the female turtle pussy just as long?
Damn.
No, I got the answer. No one cares. Fuck that shit. Fuck. God damn. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle guy. Now I'm helping you out. I did?
Yes, you sent me the video.
I don't know, man. You're incriminating me.
Turtles.
Oh, wait, no. You can't say what it is.
I need to pull this shit out of his shell.
Open this shop.
Let me go on my photo album and check.
I just want to know, man.
Damn.
All right, so we're in high school. When did the music part? When did the rapping?
Swing soccer, right?
Nah,
Hey, wait. Question when they ask you, are you a turtle, right?
so you know, I had a hoop dream growing up too. That was
You got
a
the hype for it.
everybody growing up had a sports dream, and hooping was my sport of choice.
Hell no.
Turtle dicks.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Trying to pull that motherfucker out this shit.
Man, he was what said he was time ever. How they made it, when they made it. He the one said it.
You did volleyball?
High school.
Oh man. Yo,
You should have knew better before you came on, bro.
Only man Steve in the country now. He can play nobody.
So
I don't see how y'all getting unset on here.
we keep going.
It should have been canceled a long time ago.
Dude.
Oh.
Shit.
So y'all asked me where did the rap start?
Yeah, there we go.
So ninth grade, I going into ninth grade. In Baltimore, they used to have this thing called Baltimore Battles, hosted by the dude To the Loop. Shout out to To the Loop if he's still alive. And it was basically local guys getting together down by the harbor, and they would do freestyle battles, just like Smack DVD, right?
Okay.
And during that time, I wanted to also check. Okay, yeah. So I also wanted to do the same thing. I'm like, well, maybe I can learn how to do it, but I just never was like a confrontational person.
Oh.
So I'm like, man, I don't think I'd be a good battle rapper. So, you gotta kind of be a little
Aggressive.
He apologize. I'm sorry.
I'll smack your moms and apologize.
No.
Nah, but so that was the spark. I'm like, oh, this is not something that's just like a New York thing or a Houston thing. This is something happening in my city. That was that representation that I spoke about earlier. And that was the first time I saw it was possible. So later on, I put it in my bag, in my pocket. And then when I got in the 12th grade year, it was time to start thinking about like what you gonna do for a living. And I'm like, well, I might not get into college because I'm an average student. So let me try to start learning how to rap. And that's when I actually started writing. So
Dang, that was real. Like when you realize, like, you're an average student, and you're like, nah, this is not for me. Dang. I mean, a lot of people lie to themselves, like, you know what?
Or not even lie to themselves, G. A lot of people be putting that pressure on them to do something they really don't want to fucking do. They do it because this is what my pops or my moms or they got for me. So
it's my dream to see me graduate.
Facts.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that was how it started, man. And but again, had I had representation of something else, I probably would have went a different way. Because it was other options. To me, it's like, okay, if you can't hoop and make it to the NBA and you're not good at anything else that you know of, you got to try to rap.
I don't know, man. I think you still could have made it. I mean, look at Zion. But anyway, keep going.
He calling me over.
We ain't going left. We still straight.
But I heard you mention that several times in this conversation that if I had an example, was there anybody in your upbringing that you look to for just any type of inspiration? Like, was it mom, or where do you get your guidance from?
That's a great question. I'm happy you asked it because I had two mentors. I had you. Yeah, that's what I do too.
It's not gonna stop. I just want you to know.
Nah, all good. It's every day of my life. I live it. So yeah, I had two coaches. I had a basketball coach, shout out to Coach Paul, and I had a football coach, shout out to Coach Lonnie.
Yeah.
And everybody in the black community know if you don't have a father and you have a coach, that's the next best thing. That's all you got. And so I had, and my mom, she was like, I can't teach you how to be a man, but I can put men in your life to look up to. Yeah. And so I never really wanted to be a security detail like Coach Lonnie, or I didn't know what a firefighter really would have been like had, I've been one like Coach Paul, but they showed me certain things that I wouldn't have gotten, in my life, like, just fundamental things you need as a boy to develop. Yeah, even though I didn't have the consistency of a father in my house every day, when I got a chance to see one, it was two good examples. So I didn't really have that mama's boy, or I was a mama's boy, but I just didn't have that. A lot of men carry a lot of femininity with them. Yeah. If I said that.
Yep. Yeah, make your point. Yep.
Example of what a man is. And I was blessed and fortunate to have some sort of example of what it is to be a man in life.
Yep.
You know what's dope about your story so far? And we just at the tip of the iceberg. I mean, it's at the beginning of the iceberg. That's the tip. Yeah. That's right. Right. Is that you were in a city.
The beginning.
You were in a city with wolves, bro. Mm-hmm. Baltimore is known to have some of the most fucking infamous cats in the world in history. Mm-hmm. And even with all those different obstacles in your way, you chose to go the other way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tell me, how did you miss? Because like you said, you was venturing down and had fun, but then you was scary home. How did you miss taking those other influences on as
absolutely
the prime way that I want to decide to live my life and say, you know what, that's not really for me. I want to go this way.
I completely understand. So check this out. My life wasn't rooted in fear. It was rooted in God. My mom always told me okay, you don't want to go to church, you better have a relationship with God, because at the end of the day, that's all you got. I might be gone one day, you already don't got a father, so you better have a good relationship with somebody who's above us. Mm. No matter what your faith is, it's all about righteousness and being. I was raised in not necessarily religion, but spirituality. So I never felt like I needed to be fearful of anything. And so, like I said, growing up in an environment that wasn't like impoverished, it was a lot of kids who had the option to go do dumb stuff or to be productive. Right. And fortunately, by me being in AAU basketball my whole life, a lot of those summers were spent driving to Ocean City, driving to Virginia, going across the country, traveling for basketball, that I wasn't even in the stratosphere of a hood dude. I wouldn't even decide.
Have a lot of
idle time. I did not have the idle time.
A lot of idle time.
Exactly. And when I did, it was surrounded by other kids who we were content with our area. So like we wouldn't. Nobody was like, yo, let's go get on a bus and go down to Perkins Projects or Park Heights. That's not what you did. You found your people in your hub, and we would go play football against the church boys, but they wouldn't like selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? So we had our own little niche environment that separated us from what was going on in the wire part of Baltimore. Right. Which also saved me, because when I was either hooping or I was around my neighborhood hooping or flirting with the girls and doing stuff that was kind of, normal kids.
Right. Dudes, he just made me think of something he said. Play football against the church guys. So I remember one time, shout out to my boy Sean. He would get up here a few times. So they was coming up. I didn't really go to church like that, but Sean, they went to this church in the middle. He the one got me going to church. But how he got me there. He was like, yeah, man, you know, I love to play ball. I was into sports, right? So he invited me one night to come play football with the kids at the church. He's like, yeah, man, we play football, blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. I'll come over there and play. So we picked teams, boom, boom, boom. So we do the ball. We're playing hot ball. Matter of fact, we pick teams.
That's
Where you throw the ball up.
You just throw the ball up, you catch it.
you catching and go.
Hey,
So-
you better
So,
run.
but if we catch it, he was going.
One game I remember playing.
Hit them all into the fence. Everybody looked at me like, hey, man, what are you doing? Why are you tackling me? What the fuck?
That's like see play.
Oh, no, man, we don't tackle here. Fuck out of here. That just reminded me of the
Good varmint coming in the church league.
story.
Rough tactics.
It made me realize that you actually, like when I said church boy, you thought of like boys in church. But it really was just the boys who home field was in front of a church.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, we were like the Mercy boys and they were the church boys.
But they were still like, don't bring him no more.
Yeah,
I said it too, like,
Yeah.
hey, Sean, I know that's your friend.
But tell no ball here.
Don't bring Deontay no more.
And that's you join the church and accept the Lord. Savior.
Get saved, motherfucker.
You trying. I'm sorry.
He was always like, Hail Mary, come quick, see.
Bring that story up every time.
yeah. Yep.
All right, so you said you was doing the rap thing. What stopped that? What made you decide to go and do that?
It's so many like conversations that have involved in the rap prior to even starting. So just to give you like a timeline, I was in school. I didn't think I was gonna get into Bowie State University, but I finessed my SATs allegedly.
Allegedly, statute of limitations.
Allegedly, somebody saw similar answers on the test in front of me, and allegedly somebody in front of me was smart. So that probably saved me into getting into college because I actually got into Bowie.
Only do it.
Only do it, right? Which was, and I met my good friend Nick Vaughn. Shout out to Nick. His brother Gary was in LA at an art school. So I went from high school to Bowie State to Santa Monica, Los Angeles.
Oh, wow. Okay.
In the course of 2 years.
No, ASAP, don't you dare. ASAP, don't.
Let me hear.
ASAP, don't. ASAP, don't. Don't, ASAP.
Is that married man?
Don't. ASAP, don't, man,
If
don't.
you support the movers and shakers, support the El Married Man merch coming next.
Wow.
El Married Man merch.
El
Married Man merch. Rainbows of every color.
I'm sorry.
Damn. Come on, man. Oh, don't shout out to that motherfucker. No, don't do it.
Loyal clientele.
Loyal troll.
Troll every week.
Loyal troll. Fuck.
Yeah, man.
So
So
I got into Bowie State.
got in the Bowie.
Nick Vaughn.
Nick, and he was like, yo, my brother in LA, you know, we ain't really doing too good at college, you know, so let's go out there, go to art school. And so I'm like, I'm 19, let's do it. Right. So we got on the plane, both went to Cali, and I spent about a year and a half, 2 years out there, up until I turned 21. And man, that was a movie in itself. Like not having responsibility, being in college and in LA, man, I saw some of the
You in SoCal?
beautiful everything. And
That's weird.
SoCal. Beautiful trees. Huh?
no,
He said ass.
I said a lot of beautiful trees.
Everything.
Everything.
But we don't have
all the things I need. Nice.
No,
Look,
ASS.
my first day there was 4th of July.
Ooh.
Damn.
And I was at a pool party.
Oh,
So it was
like shoot. Like,
Yeah.
Where you from?
that nigga.
Say choose. Hey, what you do?
Yo,
Where you from?
Hey, wait, you did.
going to get in the pool.
People.
go to church.
I'm gonna go swim.
You have to take correct for your ass till you fucking with him.
Yep. So that was my first day out there.
So some words get the correct pronunciation and the other ones don't. I need to understand.
Say nothing about y'all sound like cowboys. You know what I'm saying?
You about to end the show.
Y'all give me all these flack.
You sound like a cowboy. You sound like a cowboy.
I speak with proper English.
No, you don't.
You sound like
Tomato, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Toss on the beginning.
you sound like a cowboy.
beginning the thing.
Say, you sound like a cowboy.
Hell yeah.
You do that. You don't think that, but yeah, when I first we was cursing each other.
I beg to differ.
He trying to
Oh, don't put his interview voice.
I beg to differ. Carry on.
I don't know what to
Proceed.
I don't even know what he's doing. It's Cowboys.
Do I sound like no, they worked on this voice for years, so people never know that.
I just want to let the live know.
Throw rocks and how my
I
hand.
hope y'all thoroughly enjoyed Jay, because this will be the last time he comes.
I'll bring you back next week.
Bro, he's been answering this question for 16 minutes, bro.
I forgot the
Exactly. He's just here right now.
He was in the pew.
No. He was in 4th of July at the pool party, seeing all the ads.
the pew party.
There you go.
All I know is Callie treated me well, man. I really enjoyed that. So
See the married man right now, guys.
I mean, I was single at the time, and I enjoyed myself. And, you
Good
know, like, not only just with women, but the fact that like you can be in LA and meet.
I know it's pride.
I don't know, man. This is
No.
your parents man love you, dog.
Huh?
I'm going left field. You turn.
Carlos Miller.
Damn. Wow.
Like saying,
Hey, man,
man,
you know-
a little bit more than me.
You know, so you to a pool party here in Houston yet?
Man, I've been dunked off, man. Like I've been dunked off.
I'd be more than happy to take you myself.
I've been dunked off, man.
It's okay for married people to jump.
Yeah, me and my wife had fun, man. We enjoyed ourselves.
There's different levels of fun.
Yeah, big.
Easy.
Different levels of fun.
So we leave. We come back from LA.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
So we left. And we left LA.
Yeah, so I ended up leaving LA because I got kicked out of housing out there, man.
The comments?
Yeah, the cows. So the
Oh,
cows
shit.
was selling. They were
So
basically
you got
rent.
out of school also.
Yeah.
No, it was
You
like
see the wrong-
I was kicked out of housing, and then it's also like a little bit of a scam because when you get to a certain point in art school, they make you fund your own project.
Oh.
You paying thousands of dollars to them, and then when you get to a certain class, they like, okay, you need to find $20,000 of funding for your video production.
Even if you're there on a scholarship.
Yeah, they want you to go out, network, find $20,000 to pay for your short film, which is your project finally. And I'm like, look, before I even get there, I'm already out of housing. I'm halfway out of school because at this point, my friend, bless you,
Thank you.
Emery, he was a designer. He still is a designer. But at the time, he was designing for Carl Kanan. And so I was doing a lot of his film work at the time. So I was out and about, not really even into school anyway. So I'm like, either stay in school or at that time I only had two options: either stay in school or go home, because I didn't want to rely on another man to solely be the reason why I was out there.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question, because now, I mean, you really piqued my curiosity. What was the school you were at again?
The Art Institute.
The Art Institute in California.
They have one for Santa Monica, Hollywood. There's a whole bunch of them.
Okay, so I mean, it's real funny. It's real funny because there's a one of the like classes that I was taking, they actually gave you the blueprint of how to do it as far as raising money for your film, and then they just say, okay, you got your short film project, you've done everything, you gave us your script, you gave us your layout, you gave us you gave us your storyboard. Now go get the money. Literally, like, and I was kind of shocked about it.
So
But the fact that they showed you everything of like, these are the people, this is where you go, this is how you do it, blah blah blah. And then but the thing, I guess the difference is, and one of the things that I talked with Vlad about is like they also gave a whole list of grant places, grant companies and stuff like that you can go to as well. So I was like, this is crazy, because if you don't get it, what do you do? Nothing.
Yeah.
My ass ain't go to school. You don't start on base of net, nigga. Grabbing them hookers on piece of net, telling them, come in here, I got $5 for you to make this movie with.
It's different. He went to actual.
Wow.
He was at the MLK something.
Let me ask you this though.
I'm telling you, I got more action than you. Go, let me stop.
Do you feel like a lot of people that was in your situation, they get stuck in that position, and it's either, while you in LA, you try to work your connects and not really worry about school too much.
So it's a strange place. So to give you more insight, I never wanted to be a videographer. I just needed to select a major to get out into art school. So I could have chose culinary,
Yeah.
But I figured, and this was a little backwards. No. Shout out to y'all, because y'all took time to learn. You really only need to know the fundamentals to become a videographer.
Oh, so it don't take much.
But it takes you to learn the fundamentals so you can do your own thing. So you can develop your.
No, I'm drinking and filming at the same time. I don't give a shit.
But
Your own lane.
But what was I saying?
Have you been drinking?
I have not.
Dudes, man.
How old did you say?
He didn't tell you about this?
How old did you say?
I'm 29.
You straight forgot already.
No, yes, y'all. You talking about turtle dicks? You talking about two?
You said you keep pointing at me.
Y'all give me the energy.
No, you were saying, and LaCroix.
I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing. Yes.
You fucking with me. No, man, you were talking about the school and everything.
Yeah.
When you was when you was in gymnastics.
You asked me a good question about just being in film school and getting stuck in that. So it's basically, I don't know how other people do it. I know that when I went out there, I just wanted to be in LA. This was when Instagram first started popping off. This 2012. So I'm like, I gotta get to where the action is, and videography was just the way to get in front of the camera in my mind, but I should have did audio production. So I can learn how to.
How many times did you pitch a shoot? Yeah, you trying to get them little young.
I didn't say pictures. You got out there.
He said those words.
I was in the process of learning how to do it, but that wasn't my intention for my
That's what he's saying.
the world.
That's what he's saying.
So you say it, man.
He forgot again.
It led to
How many
that.
times did you use that?
I never needed to. I'm very good with talking.
You're a real one, dog. You're a real one, dog.
JC.
That man said he go off the dome.
I've just always been comfortable around women and able to communicate, my feelings.
I am.
And I always
Player, man. Come on. No matter what you call, you are who you are, player.
Speaking of being comfortable around women,
That man said, get like me.
the show.
That man said, get like me.
No. Hold on. I still want to just get into this. Let's get into this.
okay. So let's get into fast forward a little bit.
Yeah, let's fast forward because we gotta get to our fuck shit.
So all right, 2017, I was in a horrible relationship. because of
You heard that Drake album?
God damn it, man. Stay on. Regroup. Come on.
in a good relationship going bad, and I just needed to figure out what was next. I was working at Pepsi, and I'm like, yo, I'm back home from LA, so I need to figure out what's next. I've been winging it this whole time. So I said, how can I use my talents as a writer to not only make money, but give back and make an impact? And so I was like, let me write a children's book. So this children's book right here is, I wrote it on the forklift in like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And it took me a few years to put it out. It's called My Favorite Balloon. If you go to Book of the Day,
It's called what?
My Favorite.
I heard it.
Balloon.
No, say it. Believe it.
What put you in the mindset? How can I give back?
I was 23, and I guess I was kind of transformed as a human being because everything up until then was about self. So I'm like,
Even at 23, I had to about 6, maybe not that. A lot of people that age are about self.
yeah,
How can I get, me? They're not thinking, how can I give back?
See, they still trying to find themselves.
They still trying to find themselves.
Yeah, figure it out.
They say a man really matures until like 25.
I've always been like an older soul though. So like growing up, when I was 23, I might have been 30 in my brain.
Right.
So at that point, I already had a good job. I was doing pretty well. And I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, or at least put something into the world that I can profit off of, give impact, and make a difference. And I had a niece who was two, and then I had a
Now he's doing it to himself.
I ain't saying nothing about like that.
yeah, and my nephew was soon to be on the way, and I knew I would have kids at some point, right? So I was like, how can I invest in them before they even get here?
Okay.
And that was the reason why I put the book out. It was the easiest thing. I tried it; it was easy, so I was like, all right, let's keep going with it. It's natural.
So the process was pretty easy.
The process of publishing, self-publishing, is hard.
Yeah, I heard.
When you don't have anybody to get reference from and walk through the process. So that's why it took me 3 years to do it, financially and just, picking up, putting down, just really trying to manifest it on my own. But now I do it for other people, and I write for other people as well, which is why I only have one book out myself. I've been focusing on like kind of ghostwriting and working for people who want to put out a children's book as well.
I noticed. I guess it taps into that what you said earlier about the history. I guess the talents that you have. Your poetry or whatnot. This is like a straight poetry children's book.
Oh, I never looked at it that way. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No doubt. You know what? You want to know something? I think because I just read the whole thing. It's pretty cool, and I think more than anything that DT would love to hear you read it. Don't hold nothing back. Don't think twice. Just read it.
I do this all the time.
Okay,
Go into that real quick before you read it.
Yeah.
About this storytelling that you do on.
DT, you're gonna love this.
Yeah, so and the reason why I'm comfortable with this is because I do this in front of 7-year-olds and 4-year-olds all the time. I go from school to
So isn't like the same.
Yeah, I mean this is easier because y'all sillier than 4-year-olds.
Or maybe I'm just saying. Maybe I'm just saying DT got a 7-year-old, 8-year-old.
That's what. Yeah.
But Jay, DT will love this book. Please go ahead and read.
Like that's a shot too.
No, just go ahead and read.
Coming from you.
You're about to see why you
listen. DT, listen to the book.
So
Yeah,
it's called My Favorite Balloon, and the moral and the principle is about being grateful for what you have.
Okay.
And it's by myself, Jay, or my government name is Jawan D. McCoy. And it starts off, a mom and her baby went out for ice cream. The baby was spoiled and liked nice things. You see?
You see the picture, Tay?
This is what I do. This is Listen, the baby saw a clown singing a tune. In one hand, he held a grip of balloons. Be patient, listeners.
Yes, your listeners, please.
The man was tall and the baby was mini. There were so many balloons that the baby wanted many.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Oreos, eat this up. The mom paid for 2, but the baby got blue. You ain't right. The mom paid for 2, but the baby got blue. So he wanted more too. Thought about that. Shit, he really ain't us. Yeah. That's why I'm reading the kids' book. The mother bought 5, and when the baby opened his eyes, he saw the surprise. 7 balloons in his hand, almost enough to lift him off land. So hold the baby, let go. The mother
Why is tongue out like Mike Jordan?
Jordan.
See?
The 2 minutes to hold, the baby let go. The mother grabbed 1 while the other 6 float. The baby was sad to see them all go, but was still happy to know he still had 1 to show. The lesson to learn is to be grateful with few, because sometimes a lot equals less than 2.
Where's the sound for that? So
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have only 2 hands.
I'm happy to have
Where,
you.
I got it.
No, you gotta say it. You.
Where can I buy your book? Is it available on Amazon?
So before I answer your question,
Mary Man said you can't even read the words, Jay. Why you laughing?
God.
if you're listening right now, you can go to my Instagram at Book of the Day J,
No doubt.
and all of my kids' merchandise will be in a link.
How much is the book?
Book is $19.99.
Okay.
I self-published it, so
Real shit. That's
a little
dope.
bit more.
Look, here you go. Here you go.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Let me
man.
get that.
I just bought that for
That's
my niece.
for Izzy.
And I'll sign it after this.
Oh, yeah. Give me the signature. Give me the signature.
It should be in my
I got you. I'll make sure I got
It's good.
I got
Cool, man.
autograph book.
We support.
I appreciate that, man, for sure. But
okay. So
I'm going to hold on before we end or whatever. I want to say free Boosie, man.
Yeah.
I'm very upset at the fact that he put himself in a position to be away from his family yet again, and it's very sad that our OGs are getting in trouble for the things we trying to teach our young boys not to do.
Wait a minute. What is Boosie in for?
He possession of a weapon.
A weapon. Yeah.
Wait, didn't somebody else locked up recently for possession?
Well, the thing with Boosie is that the feds were watching him, and there was a video of him walking at like a cookout, and he had the gun,
It was a live.
and they got it.
Because he have
A firearm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he got a felony. Yeah.
But his thing was what he said was he was on a video shoot over there.
That's what I wish.
That's what he said. So, but at the same time, it came from a homeboy's phone. You know?
Wow. Yeah. What you were talking about earlier, posting all that stuff. Like, you don't need to post everything.
Nah, you want to?
Shit.
But
Bro, to be an MC is the most dangerous fucking profession in the world.
no doubt.
Allow this man. We ain't got too much money to go out here and go reckless with a fucking gun. He's out here trying to protect himself. Let these protect
Hey, may I say something? May I say something? Let me say something.
I gotta say something right quick.
All right, say it. Say it.
Wait. I gotta say something right quick.
He wasn't nowhere legal with his gun. His gun wasn't legal.
That shot from whoever his homeboy was. He put the camera on that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, it wasn't like that.
it was.
He was walking
He
past,
shouldn't have a firearm in his back.
and it was exposed.
That was security. My thing is,
Yeah,
Security.
yeah.
And apartments in your backyard, you can sign your.
But here, let me say this.
if that's your service,
No, he said it right. He said it right though.
if that's your service,
He said it right though. Hire a white boy to carry it for you, because
They carry two of them.
you know one thing that's gonna happen for sure. They gonna pull y'all over. They gonna stop y'all. They gonna search y'all. They still white boy with
they've
it.
been
They
doing
ain't
that.
gonna mess with
White
that.
boy and black boy, they've been
No,
doing
no, 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 no. Let me say this. Let me say this. May I say this? Let me drop this on you guys.
every day to him. As soon as he pull out the gates of his house.
So wherever Lil Boosie is, you know who should be right next to him? Hunter Biden. He got gun charges.
My man.
He got all crime charges, and they just let him like, oh yeah, go ahead and go. Yeah, and that's crazy. So either Lil Boosie goes free, or Hunter Biden got to be in there with him next to him.
A hood dude from across the tracks and the son of a president.
I'm just saying.
Which is in
It was that way, but we live in America.
He got a license to carry. I don't give a fuck what color he is.
You can't have a license to carry.
yeah, fair.
I mean,
No, I'm not talking about
all right,
policy.
so-
I'm talking about the high security.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
So that brings up another point again with the with what I was saying at the full circle. They were talking about with Big Pokey with the people that were around him. So many. I mean, like the one thing that he didn't have, or they were saying that he didn't have. People were saying that he didn't have. Don't know how true it is or not. You know, nobody was proficient in, say, for instance, CPR or anything like that. Any life-saving techniques that he would have needed. Nobody was there, you know, because they literally talked about his schedule. He did a show online.
Mhm.
He did another show that morning, and then he did some other thing during the evening, and then he did that particular show that night where he passed out. They said, shit, people weren't giving him water, you know, people were still giving him drinks. You know what I'm saying? Stay Stiff Diamond. Shout out Stay Stiff Diamond.
Luke, stay still.
You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know if Big Pokey is her cousin, like Snoop is everybody's uncle. You know what I'm saying? But you know, she said on her IG, on her post, like that's her cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like she was really upset about people filming it and everything. But at the same time, she's like, why is everybody filming? Ain't nobody stepped down to help.
That's what I want to get at.
You get what I'm saying?
That's
And you know, that was one of the things that Dawson and KO talked about as well. Like nobody was actually getting down there. People were to them, but nobody was actually like.
Let me say something. So a lot of folks are not qualified. They're worried about that. Also, look.
But no,
look,
but that's
let me finish, man. So a lot of us here too, right? Man, that wasn't that day, man. I'm speculating he didn't feel right for a few days, but that guy's such a hustler that he worked through it. Because when he stepped to the mic, he took a breath. He said, and you know, so like, man, for all of you guys, man, if you're not feeling right, like you said, go to the doctor, go get checked out. You know, a lot of us push through shit. Yeah. And for black men, a silent killer for black men is high blood pressure. And you'll ignore it because, you know, you'll feel fucked up for 2-3 hours, then it goes away. Absolutely. But for real, factually, for black, yes, people of color, it's a silent killer that we ignore because we don't want to take the medication and we don't have the access to the medication and all these things. So we die when we could have avoided this stuff too. You know, just take care of yourself.
Vlad, but just to get on what you said,
yeah,
with Big Pokey, what I did know is that he did have a few other health complications that took place years before though.
Yes.
Not recently, but you know what I'm saying, like before. You know, it's not for me to be able to go into it because I don't know the full details of it. I just heard it mentioned throughout, you know, different people talking about it. Yeah. But at the same time, you know,
I want to mention that, JY, just for the simple fact is we're not sure.
Yeah,
we're not. It's not factual. We can't go off of what we heard.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We
Let's
can't
not do that.
No, I'm not gonna be that way. But at the same time, it still goes back to the same thing when artists, when you have your entourage, and it goes back to what Jay was saying, and again, that's the only reason why this company is coming up. When you have your entourage, I mean, like he said, having that white boy in the car with that got the 2 guns. I mean, have people with you that are prepared. That are line yourself up with people that are prepared for everything.
You know, we don't do that, right? Look, let's take us right here.
Time out. You when you say we don't do that, see, we're of a different this again. Like I have to tell my wife, we're like an exception. Our team here, we're like an exception because I got a single person in my team, and I'm saying my team because I claim y'all. Yes, I do. You know what I'm saying? But somebody is specialized. Somebody is specialized in every damn thing up here. You see what I'm saying? If I need somebody for some sort of health aspect of mine, shit, Vlad is right here.
True. Okay.
This motherfucker runs out with a whole duffel bag
Yeah.
to save motherfuckers' lives and shit.
I appreciate you. Yeah.
If I need, hey, yo, G, if I need a motherfucking, y'all so funny.
I see you chose your preference.
I hate G Money.
Right. If I need a motherfucking gangster, in the building or something like that, I got G Money. No, I didn't say him. I was pointing at him, but I got G Money. That guy there, he just a face. You know what I'm saying? He just a face. I mean, but if I need somebody that's gonna talk shit, I got ASAP.
Oh, that's that. Yeah. That's gay tap all day.
Gay tap. But I mean, but the team is there. The team is there. The team is built. The team is built well.
But yeah, but what I'm trying to
Hold on. What about me?
no, but look, what I'm referring to is this. We
You better cook service there, dog.
all right, tortoise head.
But
Yeah.
we don't know when death is coming.
No, but what I'm saying is this. This is what I'm saying, ASAP. All of us have medical benefits, right? But when's the last time you got checked up? You got checked up. You got a checkup. You got a checkup yesterday? For real?
Yes, I did.
Okay, then that's good.
I
We're
don't
doing
know,
it right.
But all the Instagram and YouTube know when ASAP got checked up.
Damn right.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Yeah.
You say what? Man, he's
But playing my
bro. When I tell you, it was all
They
over
put him
the
to sleep too, so no time.
Boy, been passing wind a little bit.
Oh, no, that
Oh, frequently, huh?
Dr. Williams,
He's-
not be to sleep.
yeah.
Be over.
Was he looking at you?
He requested it. And so when he woke
I
up,
like to tell you, he disrespected me.
look,
Yo, he said you said don't put me down. Don't put me down.
Tay.
He said look at me. Look at me.
Hey,
Look at me.
Hey, Tay.
tell you about how many assistants were there when he woke up? He said it was about 4 or 5 men assistants just waiting on him to wake up.
Damn.
It was just
He
me.
said when he woke up, somebody was adjusting and everything.
Yes.
That motherfucker was too.
Hey, Tay.
Did they use gloves?
That motherfucker was
No, time out.
I wasn't either.
Tay.
That motherfucker was good.
I just want to say thank you.
Happy New Year.
See, Tay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because now I know to ask for the motherfuckers to put me to sleep. I do not want to have a memory of this
Listen,
shit.
by the way,
I do not want to have a memory of this shit. I do not want to know what the fuck is going on. Like, when I reach your age, I know to ask to put me to sleep. When I get to be your
He
age,
said when he's 52.
when I get to be your age, Tay.
I had to wipe my ass and he had lube all over
My
my
shit
ass.
was pushing the motherfucker.
I ain't know it enough for these conversations.
All right, so
Thank y'all.
Y'all make me sick.
every Thursday,
Start that phone.
Thursday. Yeah.
Every Thursday, start that phone, man.
What do we start this show off with? Time goes real fast, right?
Yeah.
The 29-year-old ass gonna be bent over soon, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get it. Yeah.
I'm gonna be by the time he's 35, the age will be came down.
Hey, Jay, you only a year apart. I'm 28.
Requirement age, I would say.
Yeah.
It happens. It's quick and it's violent.
By the time of that age, they're gonna figure something else out. They gonna be in the stands.
Still gonna have to go up there.
Yeah.
That place worn out, huh?
Listen, we making jokes about this
Do they
shit.
tell you like
Yeah. There you go. Say it.
do all that shit?
They found.
They don't put as long as they don't do the thumb.
Like I told you
Before
before,
the
and they
Asia
got
got
rid
it.
of
They
it.
got smaller.
Good.
Sit down, man.
They
Get
got
your asshole check. Get your asshole check, man. It's important. It's cancer and all the time.
Where's the little lemon shit?
Well,
DT, where's the little lemon shit? Where's the little lime shit? The little lemon shit. Mash them out. Give me the lemon shit before you mash out.
It's 6:12, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because you know yours take like 27 minutes. Come on. Thank you.
It's 6:12. Well, they
look at
Low-winded.
No, we not leaving, JY. No. Sit your ass down and we gonna pod. We gonna radio.
1, 2.
is he ready for it? Yeah, he did. What you ready for?
And plus, he said he freestyle.
He said that you ain't got something to say.
And we getting some bars out this.
We rapping?
We get the balls right now.
Or poetry or so, some spoken word.
No, not now. We gonna get the bars after we come to the picture. But we gonna
Say,
you gonna
say.
you feel like that?
I'm trying to hear my man's at, but okay.
JY, you said like
KY. Oh, shit. KY, I get it. Wow, that's fucked up. No, I just got it. I'm sorry.
Your man said that earlier. Remember?
Fuck.
The conversation, yeah.
so we have this segment of the show.
You said that real nice.
I make it slide real easy.
I like it.
Oh, no.
We have a segment of the show.
The M.A.S.H movement. And M.A.S.H is an acronym.
Oh, God.
Shapers.
It's like to take it down.
Basically, what it is, I create this scenario. Tomatoes.
There you go.
I also provide you 3 options of how you would handle this scenario. Tomatoes.
Oh, so this is like when y'all asked about the guy and his wife shooting each other to see the plan or something 2 weeks ago. When the guy was here, y'all asked somebody about. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know what you engaged.
Yeah, I just watched this on that episode 2 weeks ago.
Hey, this man telling you that he watch your show where you
Yes.
He was like, yeah, bro. That's it.
No, I don't fuck with that.
He's like call those women like
Provide you with 3 options in scenario. But also give you the option of your way, meaning you would handle it totally different than the options provided.
That's good.
Okay? Real quick.
Hey.
2.
What's that?
Wait, did you just point at me?
Yes.
I missed it.
Both you said
Okay.
YouTube. Right there. YouTube.
Pendejo. Cabrón.
Before we go,
Hey, man, y'all know
I just
Tyler Perry
wanted-
about these. What?
I just wanted to see if anybody knew where I could purchase 2 Date Chappelle tickets. I just need 2 tickets.
You want to know something?
We do.
From Ticketmaster.
We do.
They 3
$150 a piece.
They 3.
You know,
I just need 2.
I can show you the website.
Yeah, KI might have some for you.
yeah,
KY J.
I can show you. I can show you the website.
KY Jelly.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I make it slide real
say you're
easy.
in the grocery store, cereal aisle.
Pride motherfucker.
For your favorite cereal, right?
Slip and slide. What?
Pass it up. So you start backing up slowly, right? So you bump into somebody. But before you can turn around, you get an elbow in your back. And you hear, bitch, watch where the fuck you going.
Must be a woman.
When you bounce,
Yep.
Wow. No, you know Waffle House.
Wow.
It gotta be waffle. It gotta be waffle.
you see a handicapped dude. So,
That shit ain't funny.
do you A,
What you mean by handicap?
handicap his arm like this,
No.
and his leg, one leg shorter than the other.
I thought you were gonna say he was in a wheelchair.
No, he's in that little thing. The little.
He can't.
Yes.
Okay,
He can't be in a wheelchair.
No, he's in the motorized shopping cart.
No.
The the.
You got one cane.
I don't care. I'm gonna do the same thing regardless.
And so, as soon as you turn around,
I already know what I'm saying.
do you A, fuck this condition,
Yep.
immediately start swinging?
Yep.
Do you B,
Like they reading that shit.
Me too.
Damn.
talk to him, and try to explain to him what's an accident.
Good freestyle.
What do you see? Just walk away because you don't want to hurt a handicapped person. Or do you D?
D. So okay, I walked past my school.
Oh, Jack.
Oh, I apologize.
You D.
Or E.
Wait a minute, Jay. Or do you E? No, let me stop. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna handle it my own way. So let's run back through that. I'm walking down the aisle. I go past the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I'm on my phone. I didn't realize I passed it. Back up into a handicapped person who thrust his handicapped arm into my lower back.
Telling me, watch the fuck out.
The short on. Not just into your back, right in the middle of the back.
In the kidney, goddamn it, in the kidney.
In the liver shot, and then calls you a bitch.
Wait, but he
In
was
the
in the
kidney.
Something on the crutch.
Get you in the kidney. Bro.
Yeah.
Get you in the kidney.
He's right in the middle of your back.
In the liver.
You can't even reach it to rub it.
That shit hurt.
He gets you in the kidney. You go.
No, not the kidney. Right in the middle. You can't even reach it.
And it's staying right there.
That's bone he got.
All spot.
Precision.
I see what you're doing. Bro, that's not really shit, you know. That's what you're doing.
I'm petty, but I'm very respectful. So before I disrespect them, I'm just gonna say, you know what? I apologize. You mind if I give you a hand with something?
Wow.
See,
Wow.
See what you did?
sir, you mind if I give you a hand with something?
You know hand is like this.
Do you need me to give you a hand with something? Just one. I'll give you a hand with something.
Battery dead?
If there's anything you need a hand with.
Okay.
But if you put that motherfucker in my back one more time, I'ma handle you. Boom.
Damn.
With all due respect, sir.
With all due respect. My hand is allegedly out of my hand.
Handmade? No, I've been a hand since ice cream, bro. Like that.
Well, let's give Jay a hand.
Yeah.
Or two.
Man.
What we do?
Swing.
You going to jail anyhow?
No, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm big on respect. I always lead with respect. I always lead with respect.
But you bumped into him.
I didn't bump into him.
You bumped
We
into
bumped
him.
into each other.
He was still, or he was backing up too?
We going forward. I was
Oh.
back.
I got you.
Tomato. He elbowed me in my back. Elbowed him in his face.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn.
Just dirty motherfucker.
And the cereal?
I was gonna trip his, I was like his cane.
Nah.
Cane. He have a.
Listen, you got an arm.
So he can't.
He got both.
He can't walk.
They got cameras, bro. I'm not.
You know,
Let me tell you what I'm gonna do.
What you gonna do, bro?
Man, I'm sorry, man. I apologize.
Mhm.
But because he called me a bitch, I'm gonna snatch the little cart where he got all his groceries and I'm gonna walk with it to the other end of Walmart and drop it off over there. So he gotta go all over again to get his groceries. Because I'm Petty McPenderson.
That's too much walking. That's a lot.
I got time. I'm petty. When I'm petty, I got time.
do honestly, if he did that, I'm gonna laugh. You gonna laugh? I ain't gonna do that. I'm just laughing. I'm just trying to see who said this type of shit to me. No, not like that. I'm just gonna laugh.
You're not gonna point? Like,
Handlebars.
I'm gonna laugh.
damn.
I don't know. What zone I'm in? If I'm in my zone, then I'm probably gonna laugh at you too. But if I'm not in my zone, then I'm gonna fucking with you. I'm gonna reciprocate your energy.
Depends on how many blunts you
I'm
have.
exactly.
To him. You going backwards. So
Yeah.
I'm just going back.
And just say you're sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. You don't have to hit me and call me a bitch.
I'm gonna reciprocate. I'm big on reciprocating your energy.
And he do that. He does that because you know you can't hit him.
It's like this. He already got a bunch of things in life going.
That ain't my fault.
And now he's gonna have to.
Fault that you bumped into because you was going backwards.
And now he's gonna have to walk around the store again.
Reacting on his reaction.
I usually agree.
You what I'm gonna do. You can't disagree with what I'm gonna do.
No, for me, I was
Beer's just way too hot.
Huh?
I'm going to speak
Too light.
like a normal
No, they
person.
said that beer's too hot.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not.
That shit is hot.
Yo, you gave me like 19 shots.
Bro, you drinking Bud Lights? How is Bud Lights?
Me too.
Oh, that
There
shit
you have
empty.
it.
That was gone.
Appreciate our guest today.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
You're right.
Appreciate y'all.
Real quick, give them your handles and what you got coming up, man.
Let them follow you because you won't be back in the show.
Yeah, thank God.
He said, "Thank God."
Follow my children's book channel,
Yeah.
at Book of the Day J. If you have any children, nieces, nephews, grandkids who you want to give a balance to all the Coco Melon stuff that they watching right now,
Thank
and you want to see go back to representation of a positive black man doing some black things for the children, go ahead and follow that. My Instagram personally, if you want to see a whole bunch of other stuff, is at JUSS JAAAY. That's 2 S's, 3 A's, no T. Yeah, upcoming is just a lot more of the same stuff going up.
What's up?
What? You have
Texas 101 Jam, who's the shaking, DJ Waynehead, ASAP.
Jay, what?
Yeah, bud.
G Money.
And a special guest.
Okay, sir.
Guest Day Shop.
Yep.
Special guest Day
Let's
Shop.
jump to James.
Gay tap.
Yes.
We'll catch y'all back next week, same time.
Wow.
Peace.